Okay, I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. I feel like I'm always live like for several seconds before it actually goes live and then you guys can like see me just sitting here looking at the camera like when are we going live? When are we going live? Yo, if you missed this morning's spy stream, I don't even know how to describe. I don't know how to describe the experience that we had this morning on Spy Stream. There were highs, there were lows, there were boring points, there was exhaustion because I had to get up so early. The things I do for you guys to get this footage that no one else has, I had to get up so early today. I am grateful though because I say it was the best undercover day ever, and it was the best undercover day ever. And part of the reason was the entire event is virtual, which makes it actually like a lot easier to go undercover, obviously. But it is still the same. I mean, listen, I've been undercover in person, and it's really no different than going undercover online. I'm always nervous I'm gonna get found out when I do this stuff. I'm always nervous I'm gonna get caught. There are always ways they could catch me if they were really paying attention. And so even when I'm sitting in the presentations, I'm nervous that I'm going to hit a wrong button or I'm going to, accidentally say something that they're going to figure me out. So, in terms of like the nerves of and even there are technical things that make it actually much harder to pull this off online sometimes because it's so much easier to track the things that you do online. So you have to cover your tracks and stuff like that. But anyway, we had a great morning for Spy Stream. I cannot tell you what it is yet. See, that's the burden, right? Like, if you want to know what we're doing for Spy Stream right now, your only way to get that information is to become a paying member of the Substack. That is Karlyn, Karlyn.substack.com, because that's who gets invited to Spy Stream, who are paying members of my Substack, or you can be my locals, my Patreon, YouTube channel member, Twitter subscriber. So there are other options if you don't want to support on Substack, but that's who gets direct access to the content. But I'm just like, I got to tell you, so there were a couple talks that we sat in on this morning, and we're going to be doing another spy stream tonight at 6:30 at a completely different institution, just because there are a lot of spy streams right now. But yeah, Mary, I see Mary in the chat. Mary saw what we saw for spy stream. There are going to be viral clips that come out of the spy stream that we're doing right now. And I kept telling you guys this was a big, 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 crazy event. And I knew there was going to be leftist content. But some of the things that I heard them say this morning, my jaw hit the floor. And it sucks too. I wish I could tell you what it is. But it's just like, you know, no matter how much I listen to the left, no matter how much I immerse myself in leftist subcultures, I still end up walking away shocked sometimes with the things that I hear them say. And it's kind of like every stereotypical thing that you knew was true, oh, they said it. They did, and we have it all on video. And so yeah, we can't say who it is because we have to get through the rest of the presentations for the event because it is a multi-day event. It's not just a single day, it's a multi-day event. So the only way to find out what we're doing is to join us and to become a member of the Substack. And listen, I have been talking about we are doing a membership drive in the Substack right now. I'm trying to get 400 new paying members of the Substack by the end of the summer. It's a summer membership drive. Your membership allows me to do stuff like this. This is not free to do, by the way. This is not free. This is not only not free in terms of it's taking me several days out of my schedule to do this. I also actually had to pay money to do this. And so stuff like this, going undercover at events, whether they're virtual or whether they're in person, obviously it does cost money to produce this content. I'm relying on you guys to know that I will give you the very best footage that no one else is giving you of these far left events. I will show you things no one else knows exist. And in return, what I ask is that you sign up for $8 a month, $80 a year. And our challenge today is to sign up as a member and to join us for Spy Stream. We're going to be spy streaming. Like, I have so many spy streams scheduled over the next couple weeks or so. I mean, we're spy streaming today, tomorrow, Friday, possibly Saturday. I think there's another one on Monday. There's at least two more next week that we know of now. There might be some more coming up after that. There's another one the week after that. And so we have an incredible amount of spy stream footage. And if you've never done a spy stream, like, spy stream is one of those things where what it is we go and we watch live leftist events. We watch their events like happen, unfold right in front of us. We are so lucky in that so many of these events are being conducted virtually now, or they have a virtual option. And so what we do is we literally sign up for their events, we go and we sit in them and we watch them, and that's it. We don't disrupt them. We don't cause problems. Oh yeah, Mary, there's Red May coming up. Oh, you're right. There is Red May coming up. Yeah, Red May is a whole other thing. So that's definitely something we're going to be doing as well. And we just go and we sit and we watch them, and sometimes we ask questions, but we never are rude. We never interrupt. We never, make a fool of ourselves, as it were. We don't disrupt what they're doing. Our job is not to destroy their event. Our job is to listen to them and to record them and to get the footage to show people what they talk about when they think that people like us aren't listening. That is the purpose of what Spy Stream is. And for my money, it's like I don't even feel bad for these people because I'm not doing anything to their event. I'm really not. I'm going and I'm sitting there and I'm letting them talk and I'm recording it. And if they're willing to say it in an event to people behind closed doors, they should be willing to have the world hear that. I have no problem saying exactly the same thing into a camera out on the internet about my beliefs as I would behind closed doors. It would literally be no different. What you hear from me in public is what I say in private, and it's like there's no deviation. And I don't think that these people should, if these are these people's sincerely held beliefs, then they should have absolutely no problem with us filming them and putting them out there for the public to see. And especially when these are people that are working at universities. Most of the stuff we're infiltrating over the next couple weeks are universities, and they're not small universities. They're huge F off universities. Like I said, we just did Harvard the other day. Yesterday we tried to do something at Princeton, but they stood us up. They just didn't do the online component of the event, which was actually fine because I didn't actually think it was going to be that good of an event anyway. I was just kind of signed up for it just to do it. But we have got like the vast majority of spy streams that we are infiltrating over the next couple of weeks are big time universities that you have all heard of. There's some other stuff too. We go into normal leftist events too. Leftist events don't always take place at universities, but universities are a great place to find them. And so we just sit there and we watch and record them. There's that word. We record them and we put that information out on the internet, and that is all we do. And so if they have a problem with it, then maybe they shouldn't be saying these things behind closed doors when they think people like us aren't listening. I like to think I'm a pretty reasonable person. I like to think I'll hear people out. Like when it comes to, for example, I mean, this has actually gotten me in trouble with the right in that I'm not on Israel's side in what is going on. And listen, I don't care if you're on Israel's side or not. Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me. I work with journalists that are Zionists, that are Jewish. I have no problem with them. And they're allowed to believe whatever they want. And you know what? We work together because we both respect each other's ability to work. And we support each other regardless of our disagreement on that particular issue. But there are some people who, if you disagree with them on that issue, they will have it out for you. They will never share your content just on that disagreement. And so, like, I guess I'm saying is that, like, I feel like I'm a pretty reasonable person, and I feel like I keep a pretty open mind. And if people have an argument to make, then they should make it. We sometimes go to these leftist events and we think, yeah, actually, that's like a fair point. That actually is a really fair and valid point. So we're not just going in there to do these gotcha moments. And I think that that's really important, guys. I personally am not interested in doing those gotcha moments. I am just not interested. The truth is the truth. I've had people for years try to do these gotcha moments on me where they pick out a piece of my past, or they dox my college boyfriend, or any of these things, and they try to use it as these moments to say, ha ha ha, this is proof you're a bad person. Well, no, it's not. It's one moment where maybe I was upset in that moment, or maybe it's something that just didn't happen that you took out of context and twisted. But it's so false is what I'm saying. And I think when you have it happen to you as much as it's happened to me, you kind of look at it and you're like, I just don't want to participate in this. I don't want to participate in clickbait outrage content. I don't want to participate in crafting a political narrative. My allegiance is to the truth and only to the truth. And that's why I'm one of the most consistent people on the internet, because I don't really deviate unless you make a convincing argument. I have been known to change my mind. If someone makes a convincing argument and you have to have primary source evidence to convince me, then I will change my mind if you make the argument. But if you just come at me with insults or clickbait trash or stuff that's clipped out of context or propaganda that you created in Photoshop, I'm just like not interested at all. And so my commitment to you guys is always to tell you the truth, to show you the videos so that you can decide for yourself what you think. Obviously, I do make clips, but I always also make the full unedited video available. I mean, we're watching this event unfold live right now. On Spy Streams, we literally watch events unfold live. You get to watch the news unfold right in front of you. And that's what's so cool about Spy Stream is that, listen, that the Harvard Spy Stream we did on Monday, that has what, like over 150,000 views on Twitter right now? That's actually informing people. That's actually making news, right? And we watched that unfold live right in front of us on Monday on a Spy Stream call. And it's only because of the Spy Stream that that footage is now out in the world, and it's informing over 100,000 people on one single platform about what is going on, so that they can go and see what is going on in that Harvard class. What are they actually teaching in that Harvard class? And some people will just use that content for clickbait and outrage. And you know what? They're allowed to do that. They are allowed to do that. And some people will look at that content, and maybe it'll get in front of a policymaker. Maybe it'll get in front of someone who does have the power to do something about it. Maybe it'll get in front of an upper in the administration at Harvard, and they're like, what the hell are you guys doing? Why do we have an activism class taught by an activism professor in an era where we're being threatened with $2 billion of defunding if we do this shit? You know? So you just never know. And it's so cool, I think, to why, and why, one of the reasons I love doing Spy Stream and I love doing these infiltrations is it's so cool to kind of like be there when it happens and to watch something and to know emphatically it's going to go viral on the internet. I know emphatically, without a shadow of a doubt, there is no doubt in my mind at all. The footage that we captured on Spy Stream this morning is going to go viral on the internet. There is no doubt in my mind. There is no way this is not going to go viral, and we were there to see it unfold live right in front of us. And so if you guys want to join us, we have again a ton of Spy Streams coming up this week. There's still plenty to join. I promise you, we're going to get more footage that's going to go viral on the internet. I know what event we're watching. I know what the talks are. There is, and based on what I saw this morning, there is no way that this morning is the last hurrah in terms of the viral footage that we're going to get on the internet. And we're doing a lecture later tonight, and that will also probably have viral footage that will go on the internet. And then we're doing more next week, and it's going to be so cool for you guys to actually be there and have the opportunity to see this stuff unfold in the real world and then watch how the news gets made right in front of you. That's what's so cool. And so I really appreciate everyone who supports my work. I really appreciate everyone who allows me to do this, because you guys are the ones that allow me to spend the time doing this, the time researching it, the time making the clips. I literally just downloaded the footage from this morning to start making clips so I can have the clips ready to go as soon as we're allowed to talk about this event. But you guys let me do this. So if you want to support the work I'm doing, and if you want to join us for Spy Streams, head over to the main Substack. That is Karlyn, KARLYN.substack.com. Sign up as a member, $8 a month, $80 a year. I will be sending out Spy Stream credentials for tonight's Spy Stream in a little bit. I'm just taking a little bit of a break before I do that because it's already been a really long morning. We also I have stuff to post on the Substack that's exclusive stories to me that I just haven't posted yet because I haven't had time. One of the stories I'm working on right now, one of my community members actually sent me a giant F-off spreadsheet of all the National Science Foundation grants that have been canceled by the Trump administration. And what I did is I put this thing through AI, and this is like an internal spreadsheet that the people, like the faculty members at these universities, are keeping just to keep track of the oppression they're facing from the Trump administration. And what I did is I put that spreadsheet, because it's a giant spreadsheet. They're canceling a lot of grants. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these things. So I put that spreadsheet through AI, and I said, how many of these grants are related to leftist related topics? This is the National Science Foundation, okay? And it came back that over 70% of the grants were directly related to leftist topics like anti-racism and equity and trans stuff and gender stuff. And I have the whole analysis done with the help of AI to say, yeah, these are the grants that the Trump administration is canceling. And it's so cool. And it's like, I mean, when I say it's so cool, I mean, it's so cool that AI allows us to do all this research so quickly, because if I hadn't been working with AI, this analysis on this giant spreadsheet would have taken more time than I probably would have committed to it, because that's how many grants there are, and that's how like complicated the language is. And so I probably wouldn't have even bothered to do this analysis, except AI helps me do it in a much more efficient way. And so I guess that's another thing. If people don't know that I'm using in my work, that I want to make sure people know, I am actively using AI to research elements of my work. And listen, AI is not perfect, and this is not one of those things where I'm just going in and typing in a prompt and having AI write everything for me. That's not what's happening. But I do want people to know this. This gives us an advantage. This gives us an edge. I've been researching the left for 5 years. The last 6 months that I've been using AI, my work has only gotten better because it allows me to work much more efficiently. I'm producing better content than I ever have been before, and that's because I'm training the AI to basically think like me, which is cool. And so now the AI can produce stuff that is exactly what I would produce, but on like a much more efficient way. And again, like AI is not perfect. I fact check AI all the time. I'm always checking everything myself to make sure that it's not just spitting out gobbledygook. It is actually spitting out good information, and that's very important to me. I want people to know that the quality will never go down, but I want people to see AI as our ally in this. I know that a lot of people think AI is woke and we shouldn't use it because it's woke, but that's just not true. The AI is being trained by you. And if you know the right questions to ask and you know how to write the right prompts and you know how to think about it in a certain way, it is one of the most valuable tools that we have to research the left, to teach people about the left, and to basically make sure we can get this information out to the world in a much more efficient way. And people have been giving me grief for like working with AI. Like, well, I mean, like I shouldn't say people. Haters on the internet who don't produce anything of value have been giving me grief. They're like, Carlin's using AI for all this. Well, yeah, you're fuck off right. I am. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I am 100% using AI, and it is one of the most valuable things that I've ever been able to find. And it is so helpful in terms of researching this information, helping us to make sure the language works for normal people in a way that they can understand the information. Listen, I'm not above I'm not above utilizing any tool that I can to teach people as much about the left as I can. And if AI is telling me writing a document or writing an article in this way is going to reach more people, I'm going to listen. Do you want to know why? Because the AI is smarter than me. The AI is smarter than you. The AI is smarter than all of us. And I have absolutely been getting feedback that since I've been using AI, people are responding to the content and they understand it better. And so we have to use these tools to help us. And by the way, the left is kind of skittish around AI. And so it's very real to say, like, listen, one of the biggest challenges with the left is that they're decades ahead of us. They're literally decades ahead of us, and it's really hard to bridge that sort of a gap. But if you have a tool that allows you to work much more efficiently and effectively, like AI, and you embrace it, and the left is still scared of AI and they're not embracing it, that gives us an opportunity to cross that gap a little bit more and make up some lost time. And so, yeah, I'm absolutely gonna use it. And quite frankly, I don't think people should trust anyone that is not using AI right now. And I think more people are using it than talk about it publicly because they want you to think that they're a genius that did everything on their own. No, I mean, like I'm just gonna say, yeah, I know how to prompt. I know how to prompt, bitch. And I'm gonna use that ability for good. And I'm gonna use that to create content that I think is gonna help the world. And so that's another thing that I'm working on right now. I'm working on analyzing the National Science Foundation canceled grant report just because it's interesting. I also have a complete intelligence review that I did the other day on AI, projecting out over the next couple months what we can expect leftist groups to do. And it's actually, again, like it's one of those things where I told the AI where to look, I told the AI what groups to look at, and the AI did a really good job researching things that would have taken me days to research on my own and analyzing it and putting it together in a way that's readable. This is so valuable, and so we're absolutely going to use it. Um, so that's all I have right now. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I told you guys I was going to give you a new membership drive challenge every single day. And our membership drive challenge today is join the Substack and come to Spy Stream. And if you missed today's Spy Stream, you can catch it on demand. Like the video recording is still up. You can join us for the one tonight. You can join us for the one tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, like all the different Spy Streams. I'm going to be sending out all the credentials. And of course, it's your guys' support that allows me to do this stuff. And so I really appreciate it. And now I'm gonna go back to work. But I'm trying to do pretty much daily kind of check-in exclusive live streams on Substack. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Just kind of like downloading my thoughts and talking about what's going on. And let me know if there's questions you have. If you guys ever have topics you want me to cover, please let me know in the comments. Please leave your feedback. I would really love to hear it. And yeah, I'm gonna bounce for right now, guys. But I will be live at 5 p.m. on my YouTube and Rumble channel, and then we'll do Spy Stream after that. And yeah, I'm gonna go get some coffee. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you soon.